Hey everybody, it's Eduardo here with your DraftStream game review, final results game review, and talent pool preview. Well, I guess it was inevitable. They're back. 1, 2, 3 in the standings. It's Gamble 24x7 and Jaybird's Worlds, and we're just living in it. Although, look at Lil Stevie. Steph Torres, aka Parfait DM, her second call sheet, was knocking on the door in 4th place. And then Jaybird's second call sheet for 5th place. A good showing brought by Brown Baby, aka the Draft Mom, aka our Cinema Draft DraftStream mascot. They're 1 point and change better than her son, myself. And then give it up to Gamble 24x7 for taking the low ball. So he's going to take home a tidy little, what's that, $90? 70, no, 50, 60, $75. There we go. He's going to take home $75 this week for his efforts. Let's get into it. The perfect call sheet turned out to be another 8-1-1. Looks like we distributed the love around. Several 100-point scores. And actually, we had another above average week. Here we go. 89.25. And looks like we were above average, a good 4 points above average. So it's a little surprising. It's always the weeks where I think we're not going to have a lot to talk about that surprise us the most. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 titles above 100, and this one knocking at the door at 99.55, the Spanish Princess. So yeah, so in weeks where there's a lot of high-scoring titles, you're probably going to get it spread around a little bit. The 40-year-old version, which I end up watching, was that Saturday night, was pretty good. I personally, I probably would have picked a different path in like the second half of the film, but I like its energy. Rada Blank has a very distinct voice, and I'm glad it exists. It's very... I enjoyed it. It was funny, fun, and a wee bit inspirational, I might add. So this is excellent value here with a optimal stack of the 40-year-old version. Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beasts, proving once again animation does pretty well in this game. Maybe I should look into that. Fear the Walking Dead. As suspected, all it took was for it to debut its latest season Sunday night, and we got some audience reviews to roll in for it. Haunting of Bly Manor, solid, and the Spanish Princess, solid. So how did G24, the homie, stack up to that? Well, let's take a look. So he leaned in on Black Box, which still is solid value. He had his exposure to Kipo, nice. Supernatural did its thing, paying for points, not for value at this point. And here it is, the 40-year-old version. Having that integral optimal stack carried the day for him. Well played, sir. Now where did Jaybird come up short? And by short, I mean nearly 20 points short. Not exactly a blowout, but a comfortable win by Gamble 24x7. And this one, he had a similar construction, except he didn't have nearly enough 40-year-old version. They actually shared almost all the same titles, except in different doses. They both had 2 actors from Black Box. Cool. Did not have... No, they had headliner stacks from Kipo, only 1 headliner from Supernatural, and then a headliner stack from Spanish Princess. So basically, they had the same ingredients, just mixed around differently. And for his efforts, Jaybird's going to win $25. Don't cry for him, Argentina. Okay. And 3rd place, G24's call sheet. Same ingredients, just mixed around, slightly different. And even that was a battle. Look at how tight that was. 3 points separated third from second. He almost had a clean money sweep there. And Lil Stevie, just 10 points behind, repping the Bransky Slackers. And looks like... Interesting, she had some exposure to Next, which is good. Not enough 40-year-old version. That's what happened. And also, honestly, the lack of an optimal stack hurt this call sheet. I mean, it's a fine call sheet. I mean, it's better than all but 3 others. But maybe, and I'm not sure if I think I consciously incorporate this into my strategy these days. I try to figure out an optimal stack. By optimal stack, of course, I mean 2 headliners, a co-star, and a day player. I try to find an optimal stack of a title I like that I think give me significant value that week, and I build out from there. So maybe you might want to look into trying that, see if there's at least 4 actors that you like in a title to build around, and see if that doesn't, give you better results. It seems like week to week we're having people win with optimal stacks some way, somehow. So I'm not sure if that's, a fluke or if it actually is best practices, but it's worth looking into. Either way, I like your call sheet. Steph, you are getting closer and closer. Parfait DM. Brown Baby, Draft Mom. She had an optimal stack of the 40-year-old version. She had Kipo. She had Fear the Walking Dead. What held her back is faith-based and just not quite enough value out of Charm City Kings. I tried watching faith-based last night. It's bad. I didn't even make it out a half hour. So this does not surprise me. It actually surprised me that how high this score is. It's the ultimate high concept film where the idea is great, even humorous, but the execution, it's just low rent. And it's not even so much that these guys look like they're indie filmmakers, and actually let's see what their deal is. Because I don't think they've done much before this. It's definitely, Luke Barnett, it's definitely an indie. Luke Barnett and Tanner Thomason are the leads. Lance Reddick of The Wire fame, Fringe also is supporting. But yeah, this... So he's got a bunch of credits. Okay, great. But as a producer... No, he's producing stuff too. Why is this movie so bad? This movie's bad. I mean, you can... Another one of those where you can see the lines clank across the screen, so... Anyways, yeah, it's not a good movie, so I'm not surprised it... So I'm not surprised it had... Actually, I'm a little surprised it has the rating it has, because it honestly could go lower, to be honest with you. Oh, hold on. Let's go back here. So faith-based what held you back, but otherwise, a great showing. Draft Mom. And let's take a look at the lowball call sheet. G24 wins it going away. The perfect lowball call sheets that clocks in at 7:30, and it's got a heaping helping of the Doorman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actors from The Doorman, including Ruby Rose, whose career right now is kind of going sideways since she kind of got run off the Batgirl set. Faith-based, that seems appropriate. Bad movie. And then Naughty Books, which this is our first full defaulter we've had in a while. It makes me sad. It seemed like an interesting idea, but no one's talking about it. It's video on demand, so no one discovered it. And when no one's talking about it, and it just stayed at our default score, 69.5. So that was the perfect call sheet. And with G24s, he got, oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. He got, oh, The Right Stuff looks like it was salary play. On the lower end of performing Disney titles, but still solid, I suppose. Only one actor from The Doorman, Hideaki Ito. I guess he could have gone higher with that. My Best Friend's Bouquet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we went all in on My Best Friend's Bouquet, a 5 stack right here, and as expected with these Hallmark and Lifetime movies, all it takes is that one IMDb rating to throw your carefully laid plans out of whack. And then Hubie Halloween did Hubie Halloweenish numbers. So congrats on adding that $15 to your kitty. So yeah, for a total of $75. And as it stands now, we have a new leader. Hashtag America. Well done, sir. He's brought it back for the Americans. He's now up. It's at $35 on Jaybird in the all-time DraftStream player winnings. Step your game up, Canada. Come at us. Well played, sir. Well played. And Ring Balls, we miss you. Get back in the mix, sir. Went up and got him a day job. What's that about? All right, so to the new talent pool. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry. Be right back. Sorry about that. I swear, sometimes I'm so excited to get these talent pools out to you all, I don't clean up after my work. So here we go. 25 hot ones, fresh ones, new ones. As you can see, Tyler Perry's back in the mix. Lord help us. Blackpink, Light Up the Sky. K-pop in the house. I am actually intrigued by that. I'm not like a huge K-pop fan, but I do like Blackpink. Their songs are very catchy, even though I don't know what they're saying half the time. And I think Jennie is kind of hot. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to watch that. Grand Army also looks good. This looks like a classic. Like, I don't know if we really get too many of these type of shows anymore, but in the 80s, maybe even the early 90s, we get a lot of these shows that are set in high school that are like really serious. And right now, it seems like because of technology and social media, whatever, that high school kids are just way too plugged into I don't know, where I mean, it makes them hard to dramatize sometimes in a kind of gritty, realistic way. And when I'm thinking about the 80s type of high school dramas, I'm thinking about like Fame, for example, or what's another one? 21 Jump Street was more of a procedural, but this, I don't know, this just gives me kind of 80s and 90s vibes, where we're just gonna focus in on a bunch of teenagers in high school, lean heavily into the drama, and see what we can see. It's called Grand Army. I saw a trailer for it. It gave me those old school vibes, and I'm into it. I'm here for it. So I want to see what's up. I want to see what these young kids are going through in high school today in New York. So, an ensemble high school dramatic show that I think will do pretty well. So let's actually get into some of the... And yes, we actually have a title called Shit House this week. Very excited to see what this does. I'm not making this up. It's called Shit House. I mean, I did not make this up. See? Shit House 2020. So, cover your ears, mother. Cover your ears. So, in our talent pool, our highest priced title this week is going to go to... Where'd it go? The Trial of the Chicago 7. And this actually is attractively priced at $17,700. It's affordable. You can get 2, maybe even 3 actors onto your call sheet if you think it's going to do well. Already has, look at that, a sample size of 1,000 people. So this must have hit the festival circuit or been released overseas or something first. But that's a lot of people to be weighing in on this. 7.6, it's strong out the gate. Very strong. And I mean, come on, it's Aaron Sorkin. Now, say what you want of him as a director. He previously has only directed Molly's Game, which was fine. I thought direction was fine. The writing always with Aaron Sorkin is fire. So I am definitely watching this probably the night it comes out. Friday release, which means probably up Thursday night, 12 a.m. Pacific time. So this is gonna make some waves. Totally under control. I'm intrigued about, because it's the homie Alex Gibney back with yet another fire documentary for HBO. An in-depth look at how the U.S. government handled the coronavirus outbreak and response in the early months. So you know it's going to be a shit show. And among the interviewees, is Catherine Sebelius, the former HHS director under Obama. And yeah, that's the only person you know. But yeah, so Alex Gibney, he always brings the heat. I think he did the series Dirty Money for Netflix, so you know you want to be, you want to watch what he's up to. You really do. Tyler Perry's Sisters, I think, somewhat like its Hallmark and Lifetime Channel brethren, this is probably gonna only receive IMDb or user ratings, so just prepare yourself for that. And The Bachelorette season 16. Now, this, for whatever reason, is very popular in some segments of the culture. I have never been that segment. I think I watched the first season and I was out. I'm good. But they're really making a play for this thing. You know, apparently it's going to be never ending, just like The Bachelor. Another white lady tries to find love. I can't muster up the strength for it. Look at that, 3.4. Yikes. So even people are tired of The Bachelorette. So, you know, tread accordingly. Now, it's listed at 9,100 for Chris Harrison, the long-running host. 9,000 for Claire Crawley, because the quality between seasons tends to vary widely. So, for example, season 15, 7 6s, 7 6s, 2 point. Damn. They hated that episode. 2.9, you know, but you go to it early on. Oh, wow. Okay, so a lot of the hate was for the early stuff. 4.0, 4.0, wow, okay. Yeah, so you can tell that some seasons people are in on, some seasons people are out on. Since we are fairly content-starved in our current climate, I feel that this might actually skew higher. Reality TV no longer has the stigma it once had. Dating shows no longer have the stigma that they once had. So, I don't know. I'm somewhat optimistically pricing it at 9,100. Star Trek Discovery, that definitely has its hive. I have very little information on Social Distance. It's Netflix, it's drama, anthology, so a lot of different people's lives are going to be covered. So, I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. And the only other one I think might be of note is Dez. I think is this the one about a serial killer? Yeah. In 1983, Scottish serial killer Dennis Nilsson is arrested after the discovery of human remains which have blocked a drain near his London home. Disgusting, but it's already been released overseas, so this 7.8 is going to help prop up this score greatly. So that's pretty much my initial thoughts on the talent pool this week. I did see a trailer running on YouTube for La Revolution, which I think is about the French Revolution. And then Hellstrom seems very interesting to me, although it's technically categorized as horror, which of course I want nothing to do with. Yeah, the son and daughter of a serial killer. Oh. The siblings have a complicated dynamic as they track down the terrorizing worst of humanity, each with their attitude and skills. So this is kind of like a sibling Dexter situation. I'm kind of intrigued now. Not sure if it goes on the list yet, but this is coming out on Hulu on Friday. I'm intrigued is all I have to say. By the way, I'm through episode 3 of Tehran. I want more. I don't necessarily need to add more shows to my plate, especially working with this game. So that is the new talent pool, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. You know the drill. 3 max call sheets due by 6 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday. $100 prize pool up for grabs, with the $15 of it going to our low ball bonus. Thanks for playing, everybody. We'll see you Thursday.